People frequently surrender pets to shelters when they perceive they cannot feed, train, or medically care for them. If elected or re-elected to Houston City Council, would you support programs which have been proven to keep pets in their homes and out of shelters, such as surrender counseling, a pet food bank, vet behavior assistance, and distribution of heartworm preventative medicine?
Again, my name is Lane Lewis, and yes, I absolutely would. In fact, I was just talking about that, the need for that in order to get to a no-kill city. We need to be able to keep more pets in the home. And sometimes just a little education, a little help with food, a little help with medical needs can convince people who think they want to give the pet up to give it up. Like I said, all three of my pets, all of my dogs are always named after orphans. I don't know if I mentioned that. I've had Oliver, I've had Annie, and now that I knew that when Oliver passed away a couple of years ago, he was about 17 years old. He had followed me home from the park, and I felt a responsibility to take care of him since he chose me. Annie did the same. And then now I have Potter. He's called Harry Potter. For those of you who are Harry Potter fans, Harry was an orphan, and Potter was thrown out of a truck along with his brothers and sisters off of 59. And found his way to my home through a rescue group. He has a little scar above his eyes where he hit the cement. And so I called him Potter. So yes, I will use my office to do everything we can to keep these pets in their homes.
Like Lane, this is a personal issue for me. My husband and I have a rescue dog now. Her name is Elizabeth. She is from K9 Rescue Angels and was an owner surrender to Harris County. Was high heartworm positive and pregnant and really, really thin. And so I think that's an example of where this needs to be a community-based thing. That's not a failure on just a personal level. It's a community failure. If this pet owner, she's 4, so had her for 4 years, didn't know to get her fixed, didn't know to have her on heartworm preventative, and may not have even known where to go to do that. And given her weight, probably didn't have the resources to feed her. So I think a food bank is a really good start. I know that Corridor Rescue has one that they make super easy to go and donate. They post on Facebook and say, hey, the food bank is going to be open this weekend. So that's a really easy example, and all the city would really have to do is provide a facility. People could drop off the food to donate on their way to do that. So again, community-based is really important for this kind of an issue. It's not, there's a lot that we need to fix at BARC, that the city needs to fix, but there's a lot that we need to do in education of the community on responsible pet ownership.
Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for everyone for organizing this event. It's really outstanding to see this many people that really care about companion animals and pets. Absolutely, the question about getting help in the way of training and food to help pet owners with their dogs. I can tell you one thing from my perspective. Our family, we have 3 daughters and we've had 3 dogs, all golden retrievers, and it's really kind of amazing. The first 2 were classic golden retrievers in that the kids could crawl all over them and have a lot of fun. And the third one, his name was Jack, named after the Little House on the Prairie dog. If you know that one. My daughters knew. But it's unfortunate. Jack has real problems. He has a vicious streak, which is totally unusual for a golden retriever. And I can tell you that it's been absolutely essential as we go through dealing with him to be able to turn to the Golden Retriever Rescue Society of Houston for their expertise and knowledge on how to deal with a dog like this. And they've been wonderful. And in that sense, that's what I mean. That kind of expertise, whether it's involved in the city or rescue groups, is absolutely essential for even myself, where I've had dogs all my life. This was not a situation that I've ever run into. And if I can take a minute, I'll tell you a little story. People are talking about their pets. Jack and I went for a walk about a year ago along El Dorado, a very busy street in Clear Lake. And we were walking very quickly to get to the bayou where we really walk. And I heard a little like that. And I looked back and didn't see anything. And I heard another tiny thing. I was going to keep walking. I didn't think it was real. And Jack whipped his head around and looked up. And a good 12 feet up in a tree there next to a fence that said, "Beware of dogs," and a street that is one of the busiest in the Clear Lake area was a kitten the size of my hand. And Jack and I looked at that kitten for a few minutes, and I said, "Hey, Jack, this is it. We got to go home and get the ladder." We went home and got the ladder. I was a little worried because my wife doesn't like cats, or I should say, she didn't like cats.
You're gonna have to kind of wrap it up for us.
I'll wrap it up really quick. Anyway, we found her on El Dorado. Her name is Ellie, and she is now a wonderful addition to our family. And thank goodness that Jack looked back that day, and I looked back, and we were able to help that kid out.
Thank you.